So it is that time again. Every team looks to write its own special script. Moments like this are to be savoured. Hopes are high. A good start. That is what they all want. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. The action has already started. Now, Franco Baresi, still to this day the ultimate benchmark for anyone of a defensive mindset, Jim.
Well, I'd be hard-pressed to name anybody who got close when it comes to reading the game as well as him. He leads by example, always timing his challenges to perfection and knowing instinctively when to bring the ball out of defence. It's almost like having a defender and a playmaker combined.
Pavlovic. Estupinian. Salmakers. Can he get on the end of this? That is good alertness. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Modric. Gattuso. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. And he's played it back. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Now it's Hullet. It's Ibrahimovic! That was superb goalkeeping.
That'll earn him a few high fives. Probably feels he could have been better protected, though. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Ibrahimovic! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Chiellini. More and more pressure on the ball here. Milan are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. And it's made its way to him. Passing nice and neat. Hullet gets on the end of things as a matter of habit. He's under a lot of pressure there. And it's Rui Costa. And this is Inzaghi. Shot at goal! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. Just gorgeous. The most glorious, delicious of touches. Followed up with an unerring finish.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
So we have the first goal.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Plays a sharp little ball here. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Ibrahimovic.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Rui Costa. Ibrahimovic. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. Milan really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
And they're back on the ball again. Ricci has given away a free kick. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Decent hit from there. Estupinian. It's Hullet. And it's Ibrahimovic. Rui Costa can see things others simply cannot. Out towards the flank.
Milan truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Modric. Bartasagi. Now it's David.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
No, that's been intercepted. Estupinian. Strong running down that left flank. Ibrahimovic. And it's Modric. Barella. Gattuso. Gives it back. And it's Gattuso. Mateus. Now it's David. Otto does well to get it back. Tries to pass it through. Hullet looking to get on the end of this. Oh, that's nice. Now the delivery. Nice interception, well timed. Now it's David, and they can counter here. Now that looks a decent ball. And no, that was never going to make it. And we've reached half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
That gets things going for the second half.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
Now it's David. Great vision. And there's green grass ahead of him. Real chance! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Mateus clearly is trying to be too clever there. He should have gone with his instincts.
It's their second corner of the game. And now they can spring out of defence. And he's on his way!
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Modric. Milan looking to pass their way through. And here's the chance to counter. Milan are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think...
Can he finish? And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
So, third corner of the game. David. Now, who's going to be first to this? Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. And that's been slipped through.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Bartasagi gets a foot in here. This looks promising. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Punched away. Mateus. And he's picked out the run. Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
He's having a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Ibrahimovic actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Milan have their second corner now. Mignon gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. Milan are looking to go forward now. He's through here. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Oh, he's played it in low. And that was very necessary. That's going to go a long way. Nicked it back promptly. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Ibrahimovic, forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs. Dumfries. David. Great pressure, plenty of it. Modric, given the lift of his goal. David. Can he finish? And he's found the net! There seemed no way back, but they are level. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this poses a very interesting question now, Peter. Do they push on to try and win it in normal time? They certainly have the momentum. Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
And it's Inzaghi. Well, what about it? Milan have come back from the very brink. A probing pass. He's in plenty of space here. Takes a shot! Goal, Milan! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
Milan take the lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Into the last 5 minutes. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Now it's Fratesi. He can run onto that.
Milan can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. Now it's Inzaghi. Pulisic. Oh, good shapes to shoot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero
All
2.
hands on deck for this one.
Sostituito con il numero 23.
Ibrahimovic! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Bartasaghi.
Well, they've chosen the correct way.
And there goes the final whistle. Milan can celebrate now. They have exactly what they craved.